You're listening to ArTEEtude, a podcast with artists created and produced by Detlef Schlich, a visual artist and ritual designer, living and loving in West Cork, and best known for his essay about the cause and effect of shamanism, art and digital culture. Working in the field of performance, photography, painting, sound, installations, and film, he will dive and discover with us and a weekly creative guest into the unknown and exciting deep ocean of the creative mind.
This is Detlef Schlich, and today we dive into the deep and unknown, exciting ocean of the deep and unknown and exciting creative mind with Terry Anderson. Hi, Terry.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
The sun is so hot that I'm really yeah. We are already in our third part with Terry, and we are also exhausted that I should wear my sunglasses as well. So
I don't know how we made it.
Yeah, it's great. Hi, Terry. Terry is.
Hello.
Hi, great to have you here in this show.
Thank you.
In ArTEEtude.
Great to be here.
It's lovely. From North Carolina, from hot North Carolina to hot West Cork. We have as well. It's very warm weather today. I think one of the hottest days was 21 degrees. A Celsius, no? I mean.
Yeah.
It's great. It's enough. We don't need really more. So I'm quite happy with that. I mean, I really prefer it like this than too hot. So that's good. So
yeah.
Terry is drummer and singer songwriter and guitar player. I've learned now as well somehow. And he used to play in a lot of different bands. I would say probably influenced as well a lot. The roots rock scene and the North Carolina, and California probably as well, Florida scene with his songwriter ideas and the way how they're gonna play, and maybe I just start with that now, because I mean, to be honest, Terry, I didn't wrote me down a proper concept, because I'm sure, so we will come somehow and somewhere, So
well, I don't to speak of influences. I don't listen to a lot of music.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah,
because I don't want to be influenced by other people. So I just write songs all the time, and I mean, I hear other songs. I've got a shit ton of records. I don't know if I can say that, but
that's why I forgot to ask that. Yes.
Yeah,
what was the beginning actually from your influence musical wise? What was I mean probably apart from the music from your father's side when you used to play in country bands.
Right. Well, the Rolling Stones. It's the Rolling Stones and the Faces and Humble Pie. Those kind of bands.
I have that I have Ian Butley now in my podcast.
Oh, good.
From Humble Pie.
Wow.
I mean, he's playing now bass with Humble Pie.
Yeah.
And
that's great.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
It's cool. And it's actually currently the singer of Bad Company who is with Humble Pie
on
tour.
Yeah. I got to meet Steve Marriott in Atlanta. He lived in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Before he died, and so he was at a Georgia Satellites show at this place called Hedgens, and so I said, "Steve, let me buy you a drink." So he said, "Okay, triple Chivas on the rocks," and so that was like $9, and that was 30 some years ago.
A lot of money.
A lot of money back then. I was like, oh, great. I just bought Steve Marriott a drink. So, anyway.
So okay, it was an expensive drink.
But I bought him a drink, so.
That's great. That's good. So okay, that was your influence somehow. Hard rock.
Yeah.
A lot
and
of
the Stones were a big influence. I mean, and so sad to hear about Charlie Watts. I mean, at the time of this taping, Charlie Watts has only been gone a couple of days. So
yeah.
But he was 80 years old. You know, I don't feel bad about people dying when they get 80 and above.
No, but I must.
I mean, I miss him, but I don't feel bad about him.
Yeah, no, but I must say, we come to a time where we're getting so used that people getting 80 and older as well. That I mean, 80 is the new 60 somehow, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, I'm doing stuff.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
At 64.
So
I couldn't have done, 10 years ago. I'm running 5 miles a day and doing all kinds of yoga things, twisting my body into a pretzel. And so I'm doing things now that I was never able to do.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's really good. Do you use a smartwatch?
No, I've got it on my phone. It's on my phone. So I wear my phone around my belt and keep up with my steps that way. So I try to go, 10,000 steps and above. So
did you think about that to get a smartwatch?
Yeah, I bought one time and it wouldn't work on me. It didn't work.
When was? How long is it ago?
5 years ago.
Okay. Then now they far more advanced, So
yeah.
And you're getting quite cheap. Probably. I mean, I don't have one. My son had one, and he told me, "Papa, I have a smartwatch." And I mean, we just communicate as well, just via Cologne and Ireland, So I can't be there, especially now physically, to see it.
Right.
And I thought, okay, so how does it work? How works the oxygen measurement and I don't know. So, but I think it looks well, So
right.
So he wears it actually because it's looking cool, So
yeah.
And I was messing him up a little bit. I said, okay, so you watch it, so you don't get paranoid if you see how bad your health is,
Right.
If you have it, then if you drink too much,
see how bad you are.
yeah, and you get up next morning, and all of a sudden your pulse is going on 120, So I mean, I would get paranoid. I would get hypochondriac, So I went.
This is
Back to the influence of Bad Company.
Well, not so much Bad Company, but it was Humble Pie and the Faces and those kind of guys. I mean, the Faces were probably more influential on me than anybody. I just love their songs and love the attitude,
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my music comes from. As far as lyric writing, probably more from somebody like, I don't know, just some hillbillies. Some, you probably never heard of Jerry Clower.
No.
Okay. He's a hillbilly dude that was a comedian and told stories about just the things that hillbillies do, and get in trouble, getting caught in a tree and stuff like that.
I mean that's what happens always to me here in Ireland.
Yeah. It's just stupid stuff. So I try to write as stupid as I can. Try to keep it stupid.
I mean,
keep it stupid.
Is it a song? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you. I mean, I know exactly that. I mean, you are coming like you as well from a bigger town or city like Cologne, and I live here already almost 20 years. And actually, my vehicle was always a scooter.
Oh.
And in the first 5 years, I used to live really 45 minutes footwalk away from a village, from an 800 population village. So
right.
My only chance was to drive via scooter through the pass, and I mean pass is like this, not like this.
Right.
From Lackawanna, which is on the north side of the Mizzen, to Gulleen to the other side. If I want to go into the pub for having a pint and with my guitar, and I did it, and it was already twice. I really landed in a ditch, so hard in a ditch that I was sleeping overnight over there because I couldn't get out.
Right.
So
on the way home, you mean?
Yeah. Not on no. It was not so worse.
Right.
So I must listen to your hillbilly poet. Maybe I can find myself in it again as well.
Yeah, if you read the lyrics, you'll find a lot of hillbilly positions, a lot of bad, crazy situations that hillbillies get themselves in. So that's kind of what it's about.
So you didn't suffer too much from this somehow countryside life. I mean, like for instance, my last podcast talk guest, Even Butler, he grew up in Tennessee, in Chicago, in a little place, and he really he was getting bullied, and he had a couple of fights, and I mean, he never fought back and all that, and his wish was to leave the place, to go to New York in order to have a little bit more cosmopolitan people around,
Right. Well, I had some civilized people that I grew up with. I mean, there was a few name calling incidents, and I got into a couple of fights, but for the most part, most of the people I went to school with had a brain. I can't say that they have a brain these days. They've grown up to be.
Is it different?
Yes, very different.
Is it? How would you explain that?
Well, I think we have this thing called Fox News over here, and it's
I know
influenced by a lot of people,
by Trump and a couple of others, no?
Right, exactly. So I stay away from those people as much as I can.
When did Fox News? When did this appear? In the 80s, and at the time at Reagan's, probably, no? Or?
I think it was just after that.
Do they have more influence as CBS?
I don't think so, but I mean, they have as much.
Sure.
They have as much. So.
Sure. But I don't know. But I mean, do you think that now? I mean, since Biden is there, and the best example is now that he still was continuing with the Trump thing to get the people from Afghanistan away. So
yeah.
Do you think that it changed?
I think it's a great thing. I mean, we got to get out of there. We've been there 20 years.
Yeah,
it's insane. It's just a money-making deal for the military contractors. We spent $2 trillion over there.
Do you have an idea, or just an idea of an option how to deal with this?
There's no other option than get out. And it's a quagmire, you know. Nobody's going to be able to do anything with that place.
Yeah.
It's just going to turn into a hellhole.
I mean, I wonder. I really wonder, and I just had thoughts about that because Afghanistan has a lot of silicium. Yeah,
I think it's lithium.
Yeah, silicium. If you say silicium, yeah. So they have still tons. I mean, tons. Is millions of that. You know. So I was wondering. How long does it take that the Americans might come back to Afghanistan, you know? So, or how long does it take that the Afghanistan start again to provoke the whole world with a holy war? You know that the NATO and including the Americans just have to get back. You know. So.
Well, I hope we have some help. I mean, I hope it's not just America. You know. The British and the Italians were over there this time, and so I hope we have more than that. I hope it's like we fight them off with I don't know, Chinese and South Korea or somebody. I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's get back to the somehow bright side of life.
Right.
Making our income with creativity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know, but okay, we're back to the music, and now we were there with the influence of bands in your youth. I was wondering if what's your father? Did you listen as well to rock and roll and to hard rock bands and things like that?
Well, I love all, you know. My first band we started off doing covers of old soul songs. I mean, we would play Aretha Franklin and Marvin Gaye and all these songs, and so we got really good at playing those songs, and then we started playing our own songs.
Yeah,
and so we were good players, so we could you know write a song and it would sound like a real song. So
yeah.
So that's how that went, and then. So when that band broke up, we started the Woodpeckers, like I said, with Dan Baird. And then the Woodpeckers broke up and we became the Woods when Dan left the band to start the Georgia Satellites back up.
All right. So Dan was the one who started the Satellites.
Yeah, Dan was in the Satellites. And
how many years did they exist, actually?
Well, I'm not sure about the Georgia Satellites, but the Woodpeckers were about a year long, and then we had the Woods, and we had a record out.
I was listening to the Woodpeckers research. It was I really liked it.
Yeah. That was a good band. We did some good songs.
Great. Man. I mean, look. I mean, I was listening as a young fellow to a lot to Southern rock and Jackson Browne and sure Eagles, Tom Petty, Jayhawks as well. I love them. You know, so they this harmonizing sound for like Everly Brothers. You know. It was so cool, but unfortunately you can't come across everything. So I never came along your guys.
Yeah, I love Tom Petty. Tom Petty was great. I actually got to meet him one time, and he did a magic trick for me. So that was cool. He did one of those things where you put the coin in your hand, and then next thing you know, it's gone. Thing, you know. So. Yeah. Or as a handkerchief or something. Anyway, he made something disappear. But he told me, he said, "You wrote Battleship Chains?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "That's a great song, man." So I got that. I got that little thing in my ear. So
that's cool. So have you been on stage with Tom Petty as well? Somehow.
I haven't been on stage with him. I've been backstage with him. So.
Yeah. So it was probably a good time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great time. It was awesome. Yeah. And I got to meet, I played with Bo Diddley.
Yeah.
The Woods played with Bo Diddley, and that was a blast.
Was it?
We played two-hour shows.
Yeah.
And we might have played maybe 8 songs in the whole show because he just jammed the whole time, but he was great. He He was hilarious. We did 2 shows. We emptied the house and brought in another show.
Yeah.
And so while they were doing that, he sat back there and told us joke after joke after joke, and he laughed. He laughed harder than anybody else in the room. So
I can imagine that.
It was a joy to be around. He was hilarious.
That's cool. So, that's great.
Yeah.
So that was as well in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that sounds really like a great time. But you still have a great time. I mean, you still have your band.
Oh
now.
yeah.
You still have.
Oh yeah. My band, the Olympic ass kicking team, is. We have so much fun. It's as much fun as any other band I've ever been in. I mean, because we play. I saw Dave Edmunds once, and Dave Edmunds played one song into the next song, into the next song, into the next song, into the next song, into the next song. And so that's what we do. We go right out of one song into the next song. And the only time I'll talk to anybody, or anybody will talk to anybody, is if somebody breaks a string or has to tune or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's a fun band. And
that's nice. I really like. I mean, like I say, I watched your web. What's the name of this gig? Who's online for 1.5 hours? Actually, quite a good quality, sound quality, and you guys, you play a lot of songs. It's 1.5 hours gig.
Oh,
from 2017, I think.
Right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really good one. It gives a very good overview about the stuff what you guys gonna make.
Right.
And I watched it, and I said, okay, they have so much fun. So and I saw as well that the members didn't change since years as well, which is
right.
Which is nowadays as well, or actually all the time somehow. So it's actually more usual to change members than sticking together. I mean, I know that for my band, it's always difficult to find getting the right people together, isn't it? Right. I mean, that's magic.
Yeah, but that's what happens. When you get to some congruence of people that actually making good music, you want to keep it together and keep playing good music. So
yeah,
they inspire me to write songs. I want to write more rocking songs because Dave, the guitar player, wants to rock. He wants to play rocking songs. So
I saw him. Yeah.
And I'm ready to do it too. So
yeah,
that's fun.
And it was quite funny because I saw when I was watching you guys playing. And you were responding a lot to your guitar player, so and looking to him and so on.
We play off of each other a lot.
And probably you were waiting for his part, and you were looking that he's doing it right and that he's singing in the right time. I was wondering, so what is Terry doing with him? Why is he annoyed with him or whatever?
No. A lot of what we play is just by looking at each other, we kind of know what we're going to do next. We kind of look at each other and, yep, there we go, and you're into the next thing. So you both are more the driving engine than you and Jack together. Yeah, in that band.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of funny.
Jack grabs on, hangs on, and does a good job of it, and Greg, the piano player, he's just over there drinking a beer, and every once in a while he'll tickle the ivories and make me laugh. He's funny.
He's very relaxed, isn't he? So.
Yeah, he is. He's hilarious too. So we have a great time.
I was wondering, is he already chatting in between he's playing on the stage? With the smartphone also.
Yeah. Yeah, we make a lot of eye contact just so we keep everybody in line, So it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun thing.
That's great. I hope you guys you can have sometimes soon gigs again. I mean, is there any? I mean, because a friend of mine, and I might say hello here on this moment to Suzanne. She is in the Queen cover band called, and this time I say it right, King Queens, because last time I told it's Kings and Queens, no, it's King Queens, and they're one of the best European Queen cover bands, and they are already now on tour again, you know, as well. It goes this direction that everyone has to be vaccinated, you know.
Yeah, we're vaccinated.
So what do you think? What happens? When can you go on?
It'll probably be next spring before we can go out and play.
Really?
Yeah. It'll probably be next spring.
But is it not allowed now, or is it just
it's allowed?
Your decision.
It's allowed. It's just a matter of safety, you know.
So you guys, if you feel not really secure when you're gonna play together, then
right. I mean, Jason Isbell is playing some shows, and he's making sure that everybody's vaccinated before you go in to the show.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good way to go. It's about the only way to go, really. So, I'm going to go see the Rolling Stones at the end of September, and I'll be wearing my mask probably. And I'm vaccinated. So.
Yeah. So they playing with a new drummer, no?
Yeah, with Steve Jordan, and that's going to be fun. So,
I mean,
Steve Jordan played with Keith Richards, you know.
All right, but I was philosophizing a little bit about that because actually now the area of the Rolling Stones is over, isn't it? I mean, without Charlie,
it kind of is, yeah.
Without Charlie Watts, it's
right. I've heard of people selling their tickets because Charlie's not going to be there.
I can't imagine that, you know. Yeah.
I got to see it. I got to see the show, you know.
That's good. So where are they going to play? Where was it?
They're playing in Charlotte on the 29th of September or the 30th, something like that.
So
the end of September, they're playing.
All right. So that's actually soon. It was already. No.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So do you guys rehearse a little bit via Zoom or so sometimes? Is that possible for you?
No, we haven't done that. You know, we'll just call or text each other, just check in, see how everybody's doing, or somebody will have a funny idea.
All right, yeah.
Want to share it? So,
all right. I would say then what we do now is we were talking a little bit about Terry's band, the Olympic Ice Kicking team. We gonna hear a song from his last album from 2017, if I remember it right, called Jimmy's
Arcade is the name of the record.
Jimmy's Arcade, and
the name of the song.
Yeah.
The name of the song is "Knock It Off."
It is "Knock It Off."
Yep.
You better knock it off.
it off.
Yeah, that's my son playing. My son played drums on that whole record.
Oh, wow. So
Except for maybe 2 or 3 songs. I played drums on 2 or 3 songs, and my son played all the drums on the rest of it.
oh, that's great. Does he has already his own band running?
Yeah, he's had a few bands. Yeah,
A couple of bands.
yeah,
That's good. That's good.
yeah.
That's quite cool. So that was knocked off from Terry Anderson and the Olympic
Yeah,
ass kicking teams.
And that's Dan Baird playing guitar.
Yeah, and Jack Cornell bass.
Yep, Jack Cornell on bass.
Cornell bass and
and my son Will Anderson on drums.
what's his name?
Greg
Yeah.
Greg Rice on keyboards.
Yeah, on keyboards as well. So what I know is that Jack, he produced a lot for Monty, didn't he? For Monty and Phil
Yeah,
as well.
and he produced my records too.
So he's more or less the producer of your band. So he has everyone trusts his ears very very much about.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's good. And
Yeah, he has good ideas.
everyone is happy.
Yep.
That sounds great, man.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I thank you very, very, very much, and I mean, I hope that you guys can play together soon, like lately in spring, and maybe
I hope so too.
maybe
so too.
maybe as well in Europe somehow, you know, so to get a couple of good gigs, or even in Ireland, you know. So you told me you have you ever been in Ireland?
I have not been to Ireland. I've been to Mallorca, Spain.
All right.
I've been to Finland. I've been a lot of places, but I haven't been to Ireland.
All right. Okay. So I hope to see you here.
Okay, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
And people, dear listeners, you all know. So if you want to listen to all the informations and to see things,
you got to listen. You got to listen to Party Line on YouTube. And there's another new song called "Open the Door." That's another video on YouTube. So check those out and go to Double Naught Records.
Yeah.
Double NAUGHT Records.
Yeah.
.com.
Can we expect
buy some songs?
Can we expect as well a new album sometime?
Well, hopefully next year. I've got like a stack of ideas that I'm sorting through now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's cool. So great, guys. You can find that, and you can find as well the merchandising hell. And, I mean, I don't know. So I mean, I'm not people. So don't believe me at all. I'm not gonna just do merchandising, but I think it is a part of the 21st century of the artist to survive. You know.
It certainly is.
And I have to learn that as well to introduce people to my artwork on cups, and as well to the special edition of Terry Anderson and Detlef Schlich. So he's now in the Hall of ArTEEtude. So
yes.
Welcome, Terry.
Thank you.
And if you want to get
so
if you want to get any information on ArTEEtude.com, you find anything as well as like the ones what Terry already mentioned. You can get your t-shirts and whatever. Guys, every Sunday, 10 a.m. before the church, before the Mass, drop in. You can watch next Sunday this episode's visual on YouTube as well. Terry.
Yes.
I would say I thank you very, very, very much. It was a lovely talk with you, and I'm really happy that everything worked out so well with the connection, with the reception, with the sound, and you know, it's always.
Yeah, I'm glad. So it was great to meet you, and hugs and kisses to all the people listening.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You have listened to ArTEEtude, West Cork's first art, fashion and design podcast. ArTEEtude, never so close again. That was too close.